Violence and unrest in parts of Mexico have disrupted travel in and around Puerto Vallarta. That's where cartel-related activity has led to burning vehicles, airport disruptions, and canceled flights.
And KTIV's Ellen Ide spoke to TJ Johnson, a morning show radio host from Spencer, Iowa, who is now stranded after his flight was canceled.
On the final leg of what TJ Johnson describes as the perfect family vacation, a routine cab ride to the airport in Puerto Vallarta turned into a frightening escape.
It was eerily quiet, and then all of a sudden, within a matter of turning a corner on our way to the airport, you were dodging burning buses and taxis. I think I saw about 10 buses and about 12 taxis that were all on fire.
Fires burned along the roadside as his nervous driver maneuvered around disabled vehicles. The relaxing backdrop of vacation gave way to smoke, confusion, and uncertainty.
It was almost like I was on a Universal movie set. It felt kind of like that, but also very scary to the point where there were moments where I thought I might not make it out of here alive.
He eventually made it inside the airport and reached his gate, hoping the worst was behind him. But about 30 minutes later, another scare. An alarm went off, sending panic through the airport and triggering an evacuation.
There was really no understanding of where we were going, why we were going. You just picked up your things and ran. We ran about half a mile or a mile away from the building on the tarmac and was out there for about 30 minutes before they gave us the go-ahead to come back in.
With flights grounded and travelers waiting for answers, Iowa leaders say the airport will remain closed until U.S. officials determine it is safe to resume operations.
When we're trying to get out of Puerto Vallarta, we need to remember that these airports are closed until the embassy lifts a shelter-in-place order. So we want to get these folks out as soon as possible, but the airports are going to be closed to flights until we can get that shelter-in-place lifted.
For now, that means waiting and hoping for clearance to head home soon.
Get us to the States. We'll figure out the rest from there.
Ellen Ide, KTIV News 4.
Now, in his latest update this afternoon, Johnson shared that he was able to return to his Airbnb to shower and get some sleep tonight. He's hopeful he'll be able to fly out tomorrow, and he says he's grateful for all the prayers and support from his friends and family who have connected him